Kabuk ser banthia ki archaka ki jong pimenta ka kinti wan chaka frang Yamaha but yoru ki cashback hado saujar tingka baga jinga eru ki helmet habat thia ki Yamaha scooter kan yoru ka discount ka bahadu nyaw jar tingka habat thia ki bag FC but FZS but ru ka down payment ka bakhala jar tingka phone ki number harum Kathan North Garo Hills kalayo jingmento shibun naga jingdon ka rel bankin mar hakate kathan kumbalong menta ki marep mariang himlena Shuh watang shikiluru na marba ki yo yakalat panli dish Guwahati lingba ka rel hakabaka baikit kalong kabatat Habakren Chiklapatha Khubor Deputy Commissioner ka North Garo Hills u AK Singh DC North Garo Hills ulong makibriu na kathan North Garo Hills Kilayo alad bandi ki marreb jongki sa Guwahati hakador ka bakham hebha bad kane kalay rab hayaki hagajogapor halor ka jingwan rong ki briu na bar DC ulong ba kamdan AA kabakum kata bad hadu menta kamdan ki bawan rong bian sa kanikathan da karel kumjuru SP Uswampnil Vasantra ulong bakarel kalay rab shisha ikipan ba kamtam ki nongrep hakabaki nongrep kilayo ekalad bandi ya ki marreb ulong baki kamrunar ki duna haka district manakalyang ki pulit kilalong ki bapikir abha mantela kami kino ki kambaman.
So, I am Abhinav Singh, the Deputy Commissioner of North Garo Hills. I joined in the month of January in this very year. If we talk about the opportunities in the district, it's firstly the district which is connected to Assam from Gwalpara. It's largely a plain area. We have developed under the government an industrial estate wherein Varun Beverages plant is being set up. There is Mega Food Park which is being set up. There are other few projects which would be coming up in the short while. Also we have multimodal logistic park which is being planned out. That is when we talk about in terms of economics and commerce. If we talk in terms of health infrastructure, we do have new sub-centers which are coming up, like Godapara sub-center and the Dynadubi PHC has been recently established. There is multiple upgradation which is continuously going on. In terms of education, we have the Honorable Prime Minister has recently laid the foundation for 2 Eklavya model residential schools. Along with that, we have Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Then all the UP LP schools we have. Therein multiple interventions have been going on for teacher training, for improving the education system. We have a recent CM Impact program under which guidebooks have been distributed to both the teachers and the students, wherein the prime focus of the government is to increase the passing percentage, the learning levels, and the improving the overall education system. If we talk about our connectivity, we have an access to the national highway. We are amongst the only district which have got a railway of its own, which would be utilized. In supply department, we have an FCI godown which is being planned up. Then talking about the disasters that have recently happened, we were amongst the least impacted districts because largely it remains a plain area. Amongst the areas of improvement which I believe is the education, because recently North Garo Hills was amongst the bottom performing districts. So we have convened various meetings with all the department heads concerned, particularly with the education department, and we can ensure that this particular year when the passing percentage of secondary education would be improving. So that's all from my side when we talk about our district. Overall the experience, the people are good, we have a good population, it's a homogeneous population, and I wish everyone all the best. Thank you. See, largely if you talk about whenever any agricultural produce, so people in our district are utilizing the railways to sell their produce in Guwahati, wherein they are able to fetch much higher market prices. So that is one of the biggest impact which I feel. Though currently we have only got one train which is going to Guwahati and getting back on the same day, its potential is to be maximized. Migrants as of now, what has been as per the official statement, what I have seen, the migrants are not a concern for us because we do not have any migrants. As far as the information from the Labour Department and Police Department is concerned. Largely in our district it has not impacted. Railway system, I could see there are multiple potential attached to it in terms of commerce industry, because this is now our district, as you know, the entire state. We have got youths which are looking for their employment opportunity, and for increasing the opportunities, connectivity is amongst the prime thing. So railway will also create a booming impact on that. The local people are getting benefited out of it, and even for the daily commute, let's say for selling the products or getting the products, it is being used. Passenger traffic, we are having, currently it is not that big, it is on a small scale, but I believe over the coming of time it might increase. Though there are disputed land, disputed areas, but we are in constant touch with our district administration with our counterparts as well. Largely, as of now, since the time I have joined, there has been no much law and order situation. All are under control because the police is also keeping a constant vigil on the same. So it's going good. In terms of banana is a one district, one product. So there are multiple interventions which have been undertaken by Basin Development Authority, like in terms of the processing plant. In terms of once it is processed, multiple SHGs and village organizations have been included in it, which will be doing the various value-added services to that. So it is an ongoing thing, which will eventually we'll see the results of it coming out. Export are going on. That is what I can say for them. Definitely, people are benefiting. It is the local people who are benefiting out of the production of the bananas. See, in terms if we talk about the drugs, recently our district has been awarded amongst the best performance in terms of against our drive against the drugs, and at the all India level from the Meghalaya, this was the only district which has been awarded. So we are keeping a regular tap. We are in touch with the law enforcement agencies in order to keep a tap on the drug abusers and this usage. See, there could be multiple reasons involved for this, because during the primary education time, the education that was being imparted previously, because Garo Hills has recently, the education has come to the mainstream now in the current times. So it will slowly and gradually develop. There has been a lot of dropouts which we are trying to keep a tap on them. Then the number of teachers, the recruitment is still going on. So it will take some time over the period of time, and I believe that yes, with the constant intervention, we would be able to see some good results.
Yeah, so as we know, this is the only place in Meghalaya which has a railway station. From what we can see in the day-to-day lives of people, a lot of small farmers, small producers, they do take their products from here to other larger markets, especially in Gwalpara side or Guwahati side. And with the frequency and convenient timings of the trains, they can travel at a very cheaper cost to the other side, and that has become a good source of livelihood and a good source of opportunities in which people are earning and improving their lives in general. With any border and any transportation that goes across the state borders or international borders, there is an obvious fear, but however we have a system in place for that. We have anti-infiltration check gate also and police personnel deployed there who keep very close check of the situation, and any suspecting persons are checked for valid documents, and if not found, appropriate action is taken. In terms of law and order situation, the situation in the district is so far very peaceful. In recent past, we have not seen any incidents of any law and order situation happening. So far so good, but as a proactive measure on our part, we ensure regular patrolling, day times, night times. All the sensitive locations, especially border locations, are regularly patrolled. There are police nakas to keep a check on illicit activities also. Now that we have a long border with Assam, and the road movement is, as we know, because of highways, it's a free movement. But we do have our nakas, and the cooperation between the bordering districts with Assam and ourselves is quite good. And both the sides have helped each other in tracking of the criminals. Many arrests have been made, even for our cases in Assam jurisdiction, and even for Assam from our jurisdiction. So with the cooperation of the police on the other side of the border, we try to apprehend the criminals. Ever since I have taken charge here, no border disputes and no law and order issues out of border disputes have been noticed so far. On drugs issues, intelligence wise and otherwise, we are keeping a very close check, and nakas are regularly active, and we are monitoring for any specific input if there is on drugs. But in recent past there was some apprehensions of drugs. Some cases were also registered, and drugs were seized. But in last 3 months, there are no other cases of drugs that have been apprehended or caught. Vehicle thefts was one issue that we faced recently, but now it is quite under check. Apart from that, we have cases of minor thefts and POXO cases. Rate as such, I do not have the exact figures in front of me right now, But yes, for the district of this proportion, the POXO cases are quite many in number. One, it is because of lack of awareness. Second, it is also because of increased reporting. Now that awareness in certain pockets, we are organizing regular awareness programs with religious institutions, schools, colleges, especially focusing on girls, women and children. With rising awareness, cases are also being reported very freely. Yes, a relation of lack of education goes with almost every crime, not to exclude POXO. However, in remote areas, village areas, because there are certain issues of awareness, and it depends on the parenting also. The lack of education, as we know, percolates through generations. But the efforts are being made to make people aware, reach out to remotest of the places and bring people into the mainstream of education and health systems also. In terms of POXO cases, we follow very strict guidelines of investigation, and we try that our investigation does not leave any loopholes. And with all the forensic evidences and medical evidences that are being taken on record, we try to ensure that we do not leave any stone unturned in completing the investigation of POXO cases and ensuring conviction. So if you see most of our POXO cases, they do go in terms of charge sheet where charges are proved. So in terms of infiltration on the highways also, as well as for the railways, there is a unit of anti-infiltration check gate. So we regularly keep check on the activities and the movement of persons, and during the checks, if any persons are found out which are without any document and which are suspicious, they are not allowed to enter. So far that we have seen, there is no illegal influx, and whichever cases are reported, even if suspected, they are not allowed to enter.